After a steady dose of spy shots over the last few months, the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 has finally been unveiled at EICMA, and there's a lot to talk about. First of all, this appears to be a very nice looking motorcycle with a great sense of proportion. That's thanks to the use of a 19-inch front wheel and a 16-inch rear. Like the Meteor 350, the Super Meteor also runs on alloy wheels shod with Seat Zoom Cruise tires, so you don't need to worry about dealing with tube tires if you have to repair a puncture. And of course, there's no missing that chunky 43mm USD fork, which marks the very first time that Royal Enfield has used this modern suspension setup. Another first for an RE is the fact that the Super Meteor 650 gets a full LED headlamp. The Super Meteor's large teardrop-shaped fuel tank flows downwards to a split-seat setup with what appears to be a spacious and comfy rider's seat, although the pillion seat doesn't appear to be that large. The rear section also looks clean thanks to the simple brake lamp mounted on the fender, while the indicators are placed near the number plate. The instrument console is a familiar round unit with a tripper navigation display seen at the side. Royal Enfield has also put effort into making sure that the Super Meteor is the most premium feeling motorcycle that they've made to date, and that can be seen in details like the switch cubes, which are actually made out of cast aluminium. The centerpiece of the Super Meteor 650 is undoubtedly the much loved parallel twin engine from the Interceptor and the Continental GT 650. The visual aspect of this engine that most people will appreciate is that unlike the current 650s, these exhaust pipes don't stick out wide, and that should make the bike easier to navigate through tight gaps in traffic. Royal Enfield has also done a good job of hiding away the catalytic converters underneath the motorcycle. This 648cc air and oil cooled engine makes 47 horsepower and 52 Nm of torque, which are the same numbers as on the current 650 twins, although the peak torque arrives 500 rpm later in the rev range. Royal Enfield does say that they have given this bike different mapping and gearing to better suit the nature of a cruiser motorcycle. While the engine is quite similar, the Super Meteor gets a brand new chassis. What you'll immediately notice is that the rake angle on the front end is much more relaxed than the current 650s, which goes with the slow reacting and planted feel that you would expect from a 650cc cruiser motorcycle. The Super Meteor has a very low seat height of 740mm, which is even lower than the Meteor 350, and this bike gets very forward set foot pegs that are mounted near the front of the engine. While the low seat will make this bike easy for shorter riders to manage, it is still a heavy machine, and with a curb weight of 241 kilos, this is the heaviest of all the Enfields currently on sale. However, it is worth considering that the ground clearance is quite low at 135mm. Braking duties are handled by a 320mm disc at the front and a large 300mm unit at the rear, with dual channel ABS being standard. The Super Meteor 650 will be available in two variants. There's the base model that comes in 5 color schemes: Astral Black, Astral Blue, Astral Green, Interstellar Grey and Interstellar Green. And then there's the Super Meteor 650 Tourer, which is basically the touring variant that gets a windscreen, a backrest and a much larger and more comfy looking seat for both the rider and the pillion. The Super Meteor 650 Tourer will be available in two colors: Celestial Red and Celestial Blue. There will of course be a wide range of accessories as you see on most Royal Enfields these days. The new Super Meteor will be unveiled in India at Royal Enfield's Rider Mania event later this month, and at the moment there is no word on what the prices will be. We expect it to be priced above the current 650s, somewhere between about 3.5 to 4 lakh rupees. As things stand, the Super Meteor 650 will have very little competition, and its closest rival will be in the form of the Benelli 502C, which is a more modern looking motorcycle and quite a bit more expensive. What are your thoughts on this latest motorcycle from Royal Enfield? Let us know in the comments section below.